There's just many mysteries here. Jolly did come forward telepathically, and he has a message for us today.
Message from Jolly is grow a tree
Grow
now
a tree.
while it's spring.
Yeah, wood is getting really expensive at the moment.
Just leave it there forever, and it will do you good.
Well, that explains some of these plants and bushes that are growing here that seem to have taken on a life of their own, seem to have been growing here forever. This is how they've been surviving without any water.
Now, this house is a supernatural house. The house doesn't really conform to the laws of nature.
Tenant here, Mystery, has stirred up a little bit of the supernatural.
What happened to the disappearing dirt cleaners?
Just literally sits there, doesn't say anything. I think maybe we need to get him some weed. Maybe he'll talk.
Ever since we got here, this main plant in the middle of the room seems to be almost ready to explode. It seems like something is cooking away.
It's a bit like this fairy tale of Jack and the Beanstalk.
What do you think, Jolly?
So why is it growing at all?
It's a fire plant, you don't know that.
Everything here is a mystery. I thought they were dead because I haven't been watering them. Well, water may put out the fire. And
The one thing I do want to go into is day is the day of the priestess, so we got to continually make our way through. And
I think it's a great reminder that we're surrounded in this darkness, this energy, that we have light, and it's ever moving, ever growing. We can't force it to stop, right? We just shift, change, evolve, and melt through. I think this house is a good reminder. Even in this dark, these plants ain't dead. They're alive. They're alive with spirit. They're alive with love. And we're all love and divine. That's what things are teaching us.
Well, those are really great thoughts, I have to say. Awesome. The only point that is problematic, I think the house itself is a jerk. So how does this, together with this, energy somehow?
I think this house is alive and fueled by what we put in.
It is, for sure.
Mm-hmm.
It's 100%. It's talking to the people here.
Yes, and communicating, right? That flow of energy and thought. And so if we're putting these thoughts out there of maybe fear, or house is a little bit askew, it's going to thrive on that. But if we put it that it's just its own nature, that's it'll start shifting and being a little less askew, a little less hungry, right? I think we can all do that in life. We come upon these difficult places and people. Remember, they're a reflection of us, and we are creating and reflecting this for us.
Yes, the house seems to definitely have taken over Mystery again here. He seems totally mesmerized by everything else other than what we're doing.
Maybe this portal, this is how he communicates and feels safe.
Uncle George or Mystery?
I think Mystery, he's playing in this energy. This is maybe his safe space that he's trying to break free from. Shall see. Oh, Mystery.
It might be that he's trying to order some lingerie from the catalog. Maybe that's his web interface.
Rather a strange looking catalog.
It seems like this energy, and it's connecting through that other greater energy source, and he's manipulating it somehow. Look how this is is changing as well. Fire plant is just moving, and the fire becomes larger as he plays within this energy.
Looks a little bit like Stopgate.
Maybe we should try entering it. What do you think? Should we try
That would
diving?
be interesting.
Wow. Maybe a little love there. Maybe Mystery Manor needs some toothpaste.
It looks like it could be a little tiny miniature sun, as if someone has picked a little bit of the sun and put it there, and it's radiating light and warmth.
Maybe that's what this house needed, was some warmth, some energy to wake up Uncle George.
Stop the walls going mouldy again.
Yes, I was afraid that was going to happen, but it looks like Mystery has been at least keeping up with things. Just watch out for the ghosts. There's that voice.
Every
We keep
Tuesday,
hearing
you're
that
running
voice.
around inside of me. You're freaking me out.
How can we make you feel better about it? Do you feel that they're
Leave.
tuning to connect with you? You tell us something
Yes,
beautiful and wonderful and why?
Well, yeah, you can see something wonderful outside, for example.
Oh, I love outside. I do. Think you have
Outside is
something to
good.
share with us. Outside is beautiful.
For
Would you
100
like to go
years, I'm
outside?
standing here, and every time, just some little humans running around in me, singing, dancing. It's horrible.
I'm sorry. That must be terrible.
Oh yes. Think about that. When I'm going on a date with a nice little loft, for example, I'm never alone.
You want that alone time.
Is there any truth to the fact that Uncle George may still be alive, House?
Well, let's say sometimes when I let him, he's, something like alive.
I know that Uncle George came from Germany, and so how are we supposed to believe that you're a spirit of the house and you're not Uncle George playing a final trick on us?
Well, you have to trust the walls around you. You have to trust that they're not going to collapse. You have to trust that they will stay here. You have to trust that they will gain more and more and more money. The walls are getting richer, right? Real estate prices are going up.
Yes, perhaps I should sell this place and be done with renting it. It's turning into rather a problem. With everything manifesting here, sometimes I really should be someone else's problem, and I try to lease it out to Mystery, but he seems to be possessed by the house, and so we're not really happy with what's going on here. And
sometimes I just want to sit and observe what everything is going on. I think the greatest mystery right now is this person right here who has not said anything. Watches carefully.
well, I
Maybe
think
he's
that's
scared
one of
enough not to
these
talk.
ghosts of the dead cleaners. Well, I'm presuming they're dead since their van is still parked outside and nobody has heard from them for months now.
I believe that he's just waiting for the moment to speak right here. He's waiting for it to get his voice, much like Jolly today. And I knew that there was an inner voice within him, and I'm glad that he now feels comfortable to feel that. A big day. We've been trying to get him summoned for a while, because we knew that there's somebody inside of there as well.
Yes, we were earlier. He was telling us about growing trees, and we have developed another theory that perhaps this is the beginning of a Jack and the Beanstalk-like tree, and we may want to experiment with climbing it as it grows and see where it takes us. But I'm intrigued by the trapdoors that the house has alluded to.
The trapdoors are just a surprise.
So where should we be looking?
Why should I tell you?
I think that's a mystery. I think
It
that is a
definitely is a
mystery.
mystery.
So we gotta continually make our way through. And
What's
the
that
Empress.
noise? Something is happening.
I'm playing
You
guitar.
mentioned the Empress and the Priestess. All of a sudden we heard some strange vibrations. I wonder if you've conjured up another spirit.
Why has it always got to be a spirit? It's magic. It's the adventure. It is finding and discovering mysteries. And I do believe that today we got a message from the Empress. And I think that she gave a great reflection on, where this place is. As much as darkness as we want to look at this place, she did give us some hope and inspiration that we are on the right path. Just gotta keep going. Just like we have an earth spirit here now, in another dimension. I spend a lot of time at Burning Man as well.
Important, though, that we get to the bottom of what's going on here, though. Woken the house up, if it's the house and not Uncle George up in the rafters somewhere. I don't know. I have an appointment with my psychiatrist in the next day. I think it's actually tomorrow. So I'm going to go to my psychiatrist.
You have been advised by the Empress.
True. Well, I'm not really sure what my psychiatrist is going to say about that. I think he's going to just look at me like I've actually really lost my mind, and perhaps you won't see me again because I'll be locked up in a mental hospital.
So may it be.
Yes. Uncle George used to say that a lot.